Here we are going to see how to convert from radians to degrees. So all these angles are measured in radians, and we know that because they don't have a degree symbol. So if someone says something's an angle and it doesn't have a degree symbol, you should automatically assume it's measured in radians. 5 pi over 3. So for each of these, we're going to multiply by 180 degrees over pi. Whenever you're trying to convert from something to something else, the thing you want to end up measuring in should always be on top of your fraction. For example, if you wanted to convert from, like inches to feet, 3 inches, you would multiply by 1 foot over 12 inches because you want to end up with feet. And you end up with 3 over 12, which is 1/4 of a foot. All right, same idea here. We want to end up in degrees, so the degree should be what's on top. So this becomes, I don't know, depends. So I want to make this as simple as possible. The pi's are going to cancel. And I'm going to get 5 times 180 degrees over 3. I think it's in my best interest to do the division part first, meaning I could do 5 times 180 and get 900, which is not the easiest math to do, and then 900 divided by 3 is 300. Or I could do 180 over 3 is 60, and then 5 times 60 degrees is 300 degrees. I personally think that's easier. Same idea here. I'm going to multiply by 180 degrees over pi. And I'm really just going to write it out as one fraction. Top times top. So 3, the pi's cancel. I'm not going to write the pi's if I don't have to. So we get 3 times 180 degrees over 4. And so here, I think, I don't know, it really depends on what is easiest for you. 180 divided by 4 is 45, but 3 times 45 is hard for me. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to cancel 2. And say I have 3 times 90 degrees over 2. 3 times 90 is 270 degrees over 2. And 270 degrees divided by 2 is 135 degrees. To me, that feels like the easiest way to get there. 3 radians is kind of a strange amount of radians to usually talk about, but we can definitely do it. So this one is not going to be as nice. We multiply by 180 over pi. We just get 3 times 180 over pi, right? It feels dumb to even kind of write it again. 3 times 180 is 540. So you get 540 over pi degrees, which is kind of a weird amount. You could, and often when you're doing something like this, where it's like something where the pi's don't cancel, sometimes you want to use a calculator to approximate this. So if you approximate this, it's approximately, to the nearest 10th, 171.9 degrees. Which makes some sense, right? Pi radians is the same as 180 degrees, so pi is halfway around the circle. 3 radians, and 3 is close to pi, right? Pi is about 3.14. 3 radians should be close to 180 degrees, and it is. It's 171, right? So it seems sensible. Let's go to the other side. 7 pi over 6, again, we're going to multiply by 180 degrees over pi. The pi's cancel, right? I don't even like to write that they cancel, I just like that they cancel. So you get 7 times 180 degrees over 6. Again, don't do 7 times 180 first. I don't know what that is. I think it's 1260. Instead, do 180 divided by 6 is 30. So you get 7 times 30 degrees, which is 210 degrees. Same idea here. Multiply by 180 over 9. 180 over 9, don't be crazy. 180 over pi. Think of the 9 there, we think there was a 9 there. Pi's cancel. You get 4 times 180 degrees over 9. 180 divided by 9 is 20. So you get 4 times 20 degrees, which is 80 degrees. Again, I didn't circle that once, whatever. And then finally, 1/2. Again, if you don't see a pi in it, you should think of it as being kind of a weird or strange measurement of radians. Most of our radian measures will be some fractional multiple of pi. So here, if we multiply this by 180 over pi, we're going to get, 90 degrees over pi, right? Because the 180 over 2 is 90. I didn't even show my work. And then 90 over pi, I don't know, I think it's like 28-ish degrees. I could use a calculator though. So for a calculator, I would just do 90 divided by pi. I would get 28.64 degrees. So I would round that to the nearest tenth, would be 28.6 degrees. This answer here, if someone asked for an exact answer, this would be your exact answer. This answer here is an approximation. It's kind of like how if someone said, how do you solve x squared equal to 2? You'd say, oh, the solution is the square root of 2. It's not 1.4, it's approximately 1.4, but the actual exact answer is the square root of 2 and the negative square root of 2, but whatever. Okay, so that's how we convert from radians to degrees.